I never imagined my birthday would mark the beginning of the most painful chapter of my life. It was supposed to be a night of celebration, surrounded by friends, laughter, and love. Instead, it became the night my world shattered. Just months ago, I had left everything behind, my home in New York, my friends, my comfort, to build a life in Florida with the man I loved. When I found out I was pregnant, I embraced the change with open arms. He proposed in December, and despite a few past incidents where he had broken my trust, I believed in our future together. We had a good life, a new car, a stable home, and most importantly, our beautiful 4-month-old baby. On the night of my birthday, February 8th, he went all out. He planned a surprise party, invited all our friends, hired a bartender, decorated the place beautifully, and even got me my favorite cake. His effort made me feel loved, special, like he truly appreciated me. Later that night, he took me to a club where we had bottle service, drinks, and music that made the night feel electric. But the drinks caught up to me quickly. I felt myself slipping into a drunken haze, so I asked him to take me home. He did. I blacked out shortly after, throwing up, completely unconscious. I woke up the next morning, my head pounding, my phone missing, and my fiancé nowhere to be found. When he came home, he casually told me he had stayed at the hotel he worked at because he had an early shift at 7 a.m. I didn't question it. Why would I? He had just thrown me an incredible birthday party. I had no reason to doubt him. Days passed, and then came the moment that changed everything. One of my closest friends, who happened to be dating my fiancé's best friend, reached out to me. She needed to talk. Her voice carried a weight I wasn't ready for. I went to her place, and the truth unfolded like a nightmare I couldn't wake up from. Her friend, a girl on her dive team, had been at the club that night. My fiancé had called her 11 times. She didn't even have his number saved, so she ignored it at first, but his persistence made her answer. When she finally did, he told her he wanted to get her an Uber home, insisting he was just making sure she was safe. She hesitated, but eventually agreed. However, when the Uber started going in the opposite direction of her home, she grew uneasy and texted him, asking where she was going. His reply chilled me to my core. He was bringing her to our house. When she asked why, he claimed he needed help cleaning up a broken glass. She questioned why I couldn't help, and he brushed it off, saying I was passed out and sick. But as soon as she arrived, he told her she couldn't come inside because we had cameras, because I would see. Then he made his move. He tried to kiss her multiple times. She turned away, dodging him. He insisted on taking her somewhere private to talk. She got in his car, hoping he would just take her home. Instead, he drove her to his hotel. There, he made his intentions horrifyingly clear. He offered to be her sugar daddy, to pay for anything she wanted. He placed his fingers on her lips and whispered, "I want to test your gag reflex." He told her he wanted to sleep with her. The girl, smart enough to collect proof, saved every text, every Uber receipt, every piece of damning evidence. And now that evidence was in my hands. I sat there, my body frozen, my mind racing. The man who had promised me forever, the father of my child, had betrayed me in a way I never imagined possible. And the worst part? He was already gone. 3 days ago, he had left for Army basic training. No phone, no way for me to confront him, no way for him to weasel out of it with excuses and apologies, no way to explain away the proof sitting right in front of me. I felt trapped in time, stuck between fury and heartbreak. He had sworn to me time and time again that he would never do something like this, that he loved me, that he wouldn't risk losing his family. He even said if I left, he would drink himself to death. But what kind of love does this? What kind of man throws away his family for a moment of lust? I have until June to decide what to do, whether to hear him out or walk away for good. But deep down, I already know the answer. Some betrayals don't deserve second chances. Some love stories don't deserve a happy ending. And some men simply don't deserve the women who loved them.